Welcome to the Attic series. The Attic series is a personal project David and I are doing because we don't have a studio right now. And instead of letting that stop us, we decided to use our attic as our studio. And over the course of the next 100 days, we are building 25 sets in this very wonky space with its low ceilings and slanted angles.
One of the most common comments that we get online is one day I'll have a studio and then I can create. And I wanted to show the world that you don't need the perfect space to create the art that you want to make. So this project is based all on that.
Okay, set one was a lot of work, not just because we had to build the set and do the shoot, but because this space used to be our bedroom.
I'm getting ready to cut the carpet out.
To get this space ready, we had to remove all of our bedroom furniture and remove the carpet. The carpet came up pretty easily, but there are these things called nail strips that just are such a pain to get out. So that took quite a bit more time than I expected.
Like, what are we doing? We're weird.
We are weird.
We ripped up all the carpet, and this wood paneling is like pretty cool looking underneath. And so we haven't had as much time as we wanted to prepare for the set that we're going to build today. We have not actually even built anything yet, and it's like noon.
Yeah, it's 11:50. So I think that we should keep this simple. And try to maybe use the space, but maybe we just take a little bit to brainstorm. I know that's gonna waste a little time, but then we can brainstorm and then come up with some cool ideas for this set and then just get going at it and try to get done by 5.
Yeah, I feel like that's like really in the spirit of like the whole project too, because this project is literally all about using what you have. The only space we have to shoot is this attic right now. And we also, we only have, what, like 5 hours to get ready for this?
Yeah.
So we have to use what materials we have and do what we can with that time.
It was important for us to readjust our idea because we didn't have enough time to do our original one. So we took a little time and sat down in the space with some books. We flipped through and came up with some ideas, and we put in the parameters of what do we already have made. And we both remembered that we had set pieces from our World Pride event.
So we're at the storage unit looking through what set pieces we already have made, because the ceilings in our attic are only 82 inches high and everything that we've built is basically much taller than that. So we're trying to see if we have anything small enough that we can use today or what we could tear down and modify to be a little bit shorter of a flat.
Once we got back home, I measured the ceiling and realized I needed to take a couple inches off of those flats. Instead of taking them all the way apart, I just took a circular saw on my truck bed and cut those couple inches off.
Wow, look how much shorter it is. The whole 2 inches.
I think it was a good thing that this set was simple because you kind of need a starting point. So much of our work involves boxes, so it was kind of nice just to start out this project with a simple box set. And now that we have a sense of how the space works, how to light it, how it all functions, we can start to build and get more creative with each set.
These are our outfit options for the set. And then in the spirit of just using everything we have today, these are 3 paint colors I had that we're going to choose which one to use today.
Oh, this is nice. Plenty of space to paint the set.
The ceilings are so low in here. We chose the color eye-catching because we wanted to pop off. Ready for it?
So great. This is version 1 of having people over. It's gonna get a lot nicer. It's like art. I went with one of my traditional box sets. And I think that's like a good starting point for this project. Doing something that I'm so confident and so used to, and then we're gonna try to break that apart. Because at the end of the day, I'm feeling like I am copying myself over and over again, and I'm looking for a new voice.
How you feeling?
Overwhelmed because the rest of the house is messy, but I'm feeling good because the set's almost done. And if you look, we have about an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, we do. So for this set, we're basically taking 3 flats and then putting a ceiling on top and just using the attic floor as the floor of the set. The height in this room is definitely going to be the biggest challenge.
I feel like this set was a proof of concept. It's not the best set in the world, but there's a set in the attic, and that's all we needed to do to get started. We needed to prove to ourselves that we could build a photography set inside of our attic.
If you're wondering how we build these sets, this is what we use. They're called flats, and we teach you how in our flat building course, linked in the description below, so you can build your own photo sets.
So we are about to kick off shoot number 1 of our attic series, okay? And we have Shaylin, who is our lovely model today, and bearing with us because it has been crazy as we have worked to actually get this room ready to do any sort of photo shoot in. So thank you so much. I think because, you know, we are working in a tight space with today's shoot, it kind of mimics really nicely that we have like a small set, so you can kind of like feel the constraints of it all like pressing in on you. And then we have you in this dress that is, we turn around for a second, so it is a little bit too small right there. So that was worked into the plan perfectly because it's kind of just all about things like not fitting, things being so tight and constricting, okay? And then also this sort of vibe of you wanting to be maybe a little bit different than you are. You keep trying to be a little different, break away from the norm, but you kind of just end up doing like the same thing. So I think I want you to take up space right there. Yep, maybe even separate your legs. There you go, amazing. Maybe like you're a doll with like a broken neck, sort of, yeah. Perfect. There you go. And do toes in even more, like as exaggerated as you can, there you go. And can you let this part of your hair just kind of flop in, yeah, flop in front of your face, that is perfect.
So whenever I shoot, I usually start pretty simple and just kind of try out more basic poses and then slowly start to shift and get more angle in the body and play with expression a little bit more. So every shoot is sort of like a discovery process.
Oh, and I even kind of bringing your hands to the front of the walls and just like kind of scooting your butt back so you're getting this like weird kind of angle within your body. Hold that. I think it's your left hand on the wall, and can you drop your other hand down? Yep, and just let it hang.
When I finally put her on the bench and we started to bring more angles into her legs and her arms, really brought those scissors in, to me, that's when the images really started to work. They felt to me like they were saying something, they felt intentional, and they felt like something I hadn't seen before.
Loving this position. I kind of want to hand you a pair of scissors and have you like hold, like kind of snip away, like you're just like wanting to shed and change and get rid of like all this excess redness that you just hate and make it be something that you actually want. Kind of like it's your creative parameter. You have this red dress and you hate it, so you're gonna turn it into something a little more interesting. Look up towards this light, like a little bit curious, a little bit raised eyebrow, like you're kind of up to something. Now just like take a big gash into the dress, like actually sip it. Yep. Sniff into it, perfect. Go look up towards the sky, the ceiling, whatever that is. Perfect, and then tilt your head sideways towards me, let the hair fall in the front again, and then just throw the red dress to the floor. Yes, perfect. Okay, I don't know how this will look, or it might feel very uncomfortable, so you let me know if it's unrealistic. Lay on the bench with like maybe your back's kind of like touching a little bit of this back wall, and then you put like a foot up, and then you're just kind of like, it's kind of an ab workout as I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is intense. And then can you raise the scissors a little higher? Perfect. And then can you drop the fabric in your hand?
I thought the shoot was great. I really loved how Jada took a dress that we've used before, took some scissors, ripped those apart, and created texture along the set. And it made me think like maybe I should add more texture into the sets themselves. So that like opened my creative mind.
What if we take that piece of red fabric hanging down and cover her face?
Oh, this one? So good. Okay. I think that's it.
I was really happy with how the photos turned out. I was really proud of us for just getting started in this project and kind of adjusting just to doing something a little bit more simple. And it really showed me that like simple isn't bad. Sometimes that is a great starting point, and I think the photos ended up being really interesting.
I'm very excited to see where this all goes because like I'm looking around all the time and I'm like, wow, there's so many constraints in this room. And I know I can do a photo shoot because we set one up. I know I can build a set in here because we've set one up, but I don't know what I'm gonna make in here. And I have a feeling it's gonna be something special.
Whenever we start a new project, a lot of self-doubt comes up, like, why are we doing this? Will this be cool? I don't know, can we pull this off? So much self-doubt is like coming in all directions. But it is so rewarding each time we finish a shoot and we're like, wow, we did that today. Like that didn't exist before and now it's here.
I think I'm about to go through something very transformational. And I think it's gonna change me as an artist and me as a person. And I'm really gonna try to push myself to like the brink of failure in a way, it's like a little more controlled failure, if that makes sense. Because yeah, I'm just very excited for this journey that we're about to go on.
25 sets all shot in this weird attic space. What does that make? What does that look like? What are we going to learn about our creativity, photography, new techniques? It is such an exploration, and it's a little scary, but it's also very exciting. Thank you so much for watching the first Attic series video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment. It encourages us and helps us stay committed to this project. And stay tuned for set number 2 coming out next week.